Okay, here we're looking at Lightroom with 3 photos from the drone with auto exposure bracketing, and I'm going to merge them and create a 4th image which with HDR, a high dynamic range. And I'm going to do this for Jim to see. So I highlight the 3 images and I go to photo, oops, and then I go to photo merge and then HDR, and here you see them loading up, and it's going to auto align, and I'm not going to mess with any of this settings here. I'm just going to say merge. And these photos in the drone I noticed are taken 1 second apart, so it might be important to kind of put the drone in cinematic mode and make sure it's real steady when you do this kind of thing for 3 images. I hadn't done that for this one, but we'll see what happens. So now let's click on the original correctly exposed image here. The next one is underexposed, the next one is overexposed, and this is the HDR image. Quite a bit different from the correctly exposed image. Look at the brightness you see up in this area and the darkening of the sky when you combine, the dark image for the darkening down the sky and the brighter image to brighten up the foreground. Kind of nice. And I might even, well, the contrast and everything looks really good actually. The only thing I could do, I'm just going to throw this in, Jim. I'm going to add a gradient tool right here. I'm going to drop down a gradient on the sky. I'm doing this with the touchpad. It's a little sensitive. Let me get this straight. I should be using a mouse, but I'm not. Okay, I think that's straight. Nope. Oh, these touchpads. What area am I covering? Let's try it again. Okay, there. Nope. There's that. I'm going to raise this up just a little bit. That's what I want. I'll unselect it so I can see the effect. I don't want it overexposed. I don't want to change the whites. What I want to do is underexpose it just a little bit, maybe 1/4 of a stop. 0.23, that'll have to work. And add a little dehaze. Oh, I should have hooked a mouse to this. I'm going to add a little dehaze. If I can do this. This touchpad is getting kind of old. Okay, here. How about that? Okay, let me unselect the gradient tool. And you see it added some nice contrast and character to the sky by adding this gradient tool, dropping it down, and we'll just pick it so you can see the tool settings I set. I underexposed by 0.2 of a stop, and I added some dehaze and some clarity, and that's what it did. So nice job. So from this point, which is new for you, you have to export it out. So you right click it, you pick export, you click it here, and you look at the settings and make sure you got JPEG, 100% quality, no size limitations, export, and that gives you, here's the process, that gives you a new file that replaces, we'll go back to the originally exposed one, this with this image that has 3 images blended together as an HDR or high dynamic range. So anyway, that's for you, Jim, buddy. Good luck.